Welcome back and thanks again for being with us. Right now, there are thousands of children waiting for an adoptive family and even more kids in the state's foster care system. It's part of why November is known as National Adoption Month, to help raise awareness about the need and how you might be able to help.
So we have a wonderful guest here in the studio with us today, Kate Russell, who is a recruiter with the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption and also works with here locally Helping Hand Home. So Kate, thank you so much for being here.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.
We want to start with the foundation because you guys do something a little different. What is different about how it works and why is it so successful for you all?
So the Dave Thomas Foundation uses what's called a child-focused recruitment model. It's very different than typical foster adoption scenarios. So we work with a smaller group of kiddos. Caseworkers that work for CPS have a lot of kids and are sometimes overburdened. We usually manage about 12 to 15 kids in our caseload at a time. We really get to know them. And the first thing we do is we really get to know who's in their network. So not just general recruitment efforts, but what we're doing is recruitment with regards to like finding out bio family members, extended family, maybe looking into people that were really important in their lives. Like tell me about teachers that were really impactful, former caseworkers, former social workers, neighbors. And so we're really kind of digging into people that already have a connection with the kid and really looking at them as like a potential adoptive resource. That way, we're hoping to place our kids with somebody that's not necessarily a stranger, but somebody that they already have a relationship with.
Yeah, given that you all work with a pretty select group of kids throughout this process, what do you see as the greatest needs that the state is facing regarding this?
The greatest need is our older kids. So the average age for kids in foster care right now is 8 years old. A lot of people, when they think about foster care and adoption, they think about babies, and babies are great, but unfortunately the kids that are lingering in care are older kiddos. The Dave Thomas Foundation and my role, we only work with older kiddos. So I usually have kids that are over the age of 12. If I have kids that are younger, it's usually because they're a higher need kid. So that means that they have, they might be a sibling group, or they may have some developmental challenges or behavioral issues, and they're kind of harder to place, if you will. The motto of Dave Thomas is unadoptable is unacceptable. So these kids, like I have some kids on my caseload that have literally been in care for 10 years.
Wow. I imagine the model that you all have and that you just explained, though, of pairing kids with folks who are already in their lives, that already know them, might give you guys a more of a success rate, even with kids that may have higher needs or different challenges. But talk about the success you've seen with that model. Why does it seem to work well, particularly for these types of kids with the highest needs?
Absolutely. So most of our kids, because they've been in care for so long and because of what they've experienced as a result of why they came to care, they have a lot of trauma and they have a lot of behavioral challenges and they have a lot of issues attaching to people. And so if we have somebody that they've already found that attachment to and somebody that understands them, understands their struggles, then it's easier to kind of work through those challenges as they come up. I'm not saying that we don't have kids that are adopted by people that, are just go through the process of foster and to adopt. We certainly need more people that are willing to, open up their homes to kids in foster care, even for a temporary amount of time. But we have found that these kids that are a little bit harder to place, if they already have a relationship with them, it's much more successful.
Well, Kate Russell, we really appreciate you taking the time today to talk about this and highlight this, and maybe it struck a chord with somebody out there at home.
I hope so. If so, then please look into the DaveThomasFoundation.org or look into local agencies that can help you out. We have a partnership with my agency, Helping Hand Home, and we really appreciate you guys letting us come and chat.
And we'll make sure to get all of that information on our website, KXAN.com, so you can find those links if you are interested. Keeping in mind, we have a few more days left of National Adoption Month, so want to keep this issue on the forefront. Kate, thank you so much.
Thank you.